Hello, hello, hello. Who is here? I certainly am. Had a nice chicken for lunch, so I'm nicely strengthened and nourished. Wait, I need to move something real quick. There we go. Much better. Oh no, you can see my cursor. Wait a second. I'll quickly take care of that. No cursor needed here. Much better. Alright, so today I'll be hopefully finishing my assets for the loud sauce animation. At least that's the title that I want to give it. And maybe even put together the diner if Blender does not cooperate. Just in case, we can still work on our VTuber model that we've been working on together. Or if everything just doesn't work, we might as well just play a game. I could do with some Isaac maybe later, depending on how it goes. Kind of feel a little bit drained because I went outside again. But hey, could be worse, right? Going outside just takes a lot of energy because I have to walk a lot. But without further ado, maybe before that I should put my screen tablet into position and hope that the cable, the connection cable, doesn't just die on me. I definitely have to buy a few new cables soon-ish. Sorry! I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to make that noise. So I hope that at some point someone's actually showing up. Let's go over to digital. Because we still have this little build here. Yesterday I got a bit further in the modeling technically, but then Blender crashed. Blender has a really bad habit of crashing on me. Especially with stuff that is somewhat crucial in getting forward. Oh, looks like the tablet is fine. Hey, Monkey Skull! Gonna be lurking and driving back home. I saw you joined my Discord. Did you leave again? Or what was it? Because I can't give you the unmuffled role. So I got a little bit... No, if you're still driving, do not text and drive. Let me know when you're done and then answer me. Because I really don't want you to get into an accident. I tried it, then it disappeared. Oh! Oh! That's weird. That's really weird. So maybe something went wrong? Maybe it's because this... I like an avatar. Oh, I'm just looking at... Wait a second. I need to answer that DM because that's an old friend of mine that apparently has a bit of a commission for me, which is really nice. Just give me a minute because I'm going to answer her via phone real quick. I don't want to show you guys my DMs. It's unnecessary. Setting my maps part. Okay. Lots and lots of stuff to manage, it seems. But yeah, for some reason I cannot give you... Yeah. Something's being weird, I guess. Maybe I need to do something with the invite link. Maybe it doesn't work right. Okay. Aiming. Very sorry that I'm doing that on the fly right here, but I have to reply because it's kind of hard to get a hold of that person often enough. Kind of annoying. But yeah, I'll have an eye out on the whole Discord thing. Maybe I need to make some different settings. Yeah, work is work, and whatever brings me in the dough to actually be self-employed, as self-employed as I'd like to be. Also means that I, well, kind of have to do the stuff. Also really wanna set up my controller. For Blender soon-ish. I'll check when I'm home. Okay, then I guess I'll see you then. Hopefully on the Discord. I think I can actually move that stuff around here. Like that. Where's the sculpting thing? Well, the sculpting thing is right here, but where's the brush that I actually need? Let me just tuck that out. Okay, that doesn't seem to work. Fine, I'll live. Oh wait, I can technically turn on this because that should, yeah. Might have been a little bit too much, but I can adjust that stuff. Hi Earl, what are you making? And hi, I am actually still working on those. Wait a sec, I need to turn down Spotify quite a bit so I can actually hear my thoughts. So currently I am still working on those assets for my animation. The title will be Loud Sauce, and it's basically a joke about something about the way I talk about fields. Because I sometimes have the habit when something tastes very intense, that I say it tastes loud. I'm not sure if other people feel the same way, but I think it's kind of a funny way to put it. So I basically made a storyboard for the animation that I already did a few streams ago, a few weeks ago even. And currently I'm working on the assets for the diner the whole thing is set in. So I can easily 3D model the whole thing to also learn a little bit about that. because I really like to learn new skills while working on projects. And honestly, it is too much fun to tinker around with Blender, especially the whole painted texture kind of thing. Yeah, very exciting. Let me adjust my microphone real quick. If I'm too loud or too quiet, just let me know. I'm still kind of trying to figure out everything. Also, here in Blender, I have to save a lot, because Blender has that really stupid tendency to just crash on me. And that's not just a me thing, it's an all over thing. Okay, I gotta apply that modifier here and then add a skin modifier, which basically just puts a mesh over the whole structure. No, Control A to thin this out. So you can simply see right here that we have kind of like wire or an insulation around the vertex wire that I built. Just to show you how it's looking without. It's just a whole lot of dots connected by little lines, and out of that I can simply make with the skin modifier wire insulations. What mic am I using? This wonderful microphone has been by my side for more than 10 years. I think at this point it's 15 years old, and it's an Auna B90, I think. It's a USB mic, and I'm actually surprised that it lasted that long, and it still lasts. And I love this baby because it's been that loyal to me. And B, the quality is pretty nice for a mid-budget microphone. Back when I bought it, I paid 90 euros for it. And let me quickly look, because technically I can just put a link into the... Let me see if I can maybe find it on Amazon, so I can just link it to you guys. Auna B90? Is that the right one? Nah. Oh, no, it's the 900. No, it's not the 900B. But it's close. Oh, looks like it's actually not even... They don't even sell it anymore. That's kind of sad. Because I would have loved to actually share the link with you guys. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, this baby's been around with me for 10 to 15 years, something around those lines. Though I also have the habit to take good care of my work material, so to speak. Because for me it's very important to keep stuff repaired and not just buy another thing just because it's broken. I really don't like to just replace stuff with new stuff. Especially with my clothes, I really like to repair them or change them in a way that I like them more. Which is not as easy with clothing because I still have to figure out how to sew in a way that it doesn't fall apart after, I don't know, 2 or 3 times wearing. But I think it's good enough. And if push comes to shove, I'm pretty sure my dad can help me out with some tips and tricks. So what was I about to do? Oh yes, a subdivision surface modifier. So subdivision surface modifier basically just takes the mesh you already have and just subdivides it so it's a little bit smoother. With that, we can actually also see what kind of vertices are a bit too close. Like if you see here that boy here is just way too steep. Oh, I applied the mirror modifier. Okay, so I actually have to, maybe if I dip and dip, and then I go for an S, and there we go. That's all I need, because those little corners can bite me in the ass later if I'm not careful. So I'll just try to adjust them to a... There we go. That now looks a lot better. Also gotta change that. And also change that. Now it might be a little bit asymmetrical, but I will live. I will live. Push comes to shove, I don't know. I just let those people who want to buy those assets fix the rest. They're not gonna die over it. Alright, so this looks good. I'm doing another save because last time it crashed, it was when I actually applied those modifiers, so I'm going to be really cautious. That worked. That worked. Perfect. Because now it's just a matter of applying materials and hoping for the best. So yeah, I really like keeping my stuff as nice as possible, or as well kept as possible. That would be an interesting design if I seen that in a diner. Yeah, that's for the outside area, because I'm also planning an outside shot. And I will place a few benches. Wait. 1 or 2 of these parasols here. Just to have a nice outside area. Maybe I'll add a few bushes as well, but I haven't decided yet. Just to have a little bit of a nice outside. Might even need to learn how to animate a little bit of wind. Just to have some more interesting stuff. Okay, the other thing that I'd like to do is join these. Maybe not that way. Okay, which modifier is still going on here? What do I need to... Subdivision surface? No, mirror. Okay, I'll actually apply that mirror modifier. Then I'll join these. So that texturing this is going to be a breeze. I also want to do the UV editing here. With Dynatex A. Question is, can I just... checker text. Maybe I'll just keep it like that. No, well, it's kind of hard to see. Just in this light, chromatic kind of metal framing. It's probably a shit ton of work to actually make this in real life. But I think I'll be fine. Might need to push this just up a little bit so yeah, that looks a lot better. It may be hovering a little bit, but hey, could be worse. Also, I wanna apply material here, which is space material. And then I can basically just go over to UV editing. Get everything marked. What's up? Hey Fireman, how are you doing? How's it going? Okay, that brush does not hold my pigtails right now. Because I really start to like using brushes to put my hair together a little bit. So, how has it been going for you? Just woke up a few minutes ago and have coffee. That's nice that I'm your morning program. Makes me really happy. So, this is probably going to be the inside wall, and that's also going to be part of the inside wall. At least that's the plan for now. Whoops. Ooh. Actually, nah, we'll stick to simple. Then I'll also scale that one up. Push it over, maybe a little bit more scale. There we go. And you can also have a bit more wood texture. Up. That's why. Ain't that pretty? Huh? Highway anxiety. Oh boy. You can do this, Monkey Skull. You're the best of the best. But yeah. Had some nice chicken for lunch. So I'm pretty stuffed right now. Yeah, I think stuffed might be the right word for that. I do need to put these two into a... It's crazy how the CGI from Jurassic Park is better than CGI now from low budget. Yeah, I think people also got pretty used to CGI. At least at this point. Kind of makes you complacent, if you ask me. There we go. Just give it a bit of a thicker table and everything's working as it should. And the hovering is over. Ain't that nice? I think as soon as you go into some kind of a routine mode, you kind of have a problem with actually making stuff good. That's why I really like to just keep learning. Bench out. And this is bench frame. Basically, I just need to put these into a collection together, and then I can just... I'll show you. So we make a new collection. Call that bench out. The difference being Jurassic Park was exactly practical effects mixed with CGI rather than full CGI. Sometimes you have to do practical effects to get better outcome because, well, how to say that best? Okay, I can actually delete that cube. I don't need it anymore. Bye-bye. Sometimes it's probably better to have practical effects, especially when it comes to stuff like creatures. Creatures in CGI, especially back then, were more than just a challenge. We're looking at the OG Jurassic Park. I think you couldn't have even dreamed of something going CGI like that. And it also gives it a bit more connection to the actual people. My brain is a little bit foggy right now. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to derail myself just by looking around. Like currently my brain is a little bit on the foggy side. I assume it's just not the right weather for me to brain a lot. But I want to get this done. I really do want to get this done. So no worries. I'm not going to make a monstrum of some kind of items. I'm just going to make everything visible right here, so I can get out the... Oh, where is it? Where is my assets tab? Text editor, asset browser. There we go. This thing here can be so great sometimes. For example, you have a shit ton of brushes already installed with Blender. However, you can install so many sculpting brushes just to do stuff with it. There's some really interesting ones right here. Like this one, the twist one, it just looks kind of weird, but it could have a pretty good purpose. There are also some brushes for grease pencil that I couldn't get behind yet, but that's something we can actually play around with as soon as I've managed to build the insides of the diner. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here that we can use, and I actually do wanna mark all of these things here as assets so that I can just pull them out of the of my assets tab. Hey, Adam28, welcome to the stream. Blender's W. I'm actually going to do grease pencil animation in a 3D setting, just to figure out how to actually do that. And currently I'm working on the assets for the inside scene. I have yet to actually do the outside scene as well. Or better, I kind of did it, but it's not done yet. And I still have a lot to learn. I haven't touched grease pencil in a long time, and I have still no clue how it works, because it simply doesn't work the way I hope it to. If push comes to shove, I'm doing the 2D animation stuff in Krita, and then move it around in Blender to still have that 3D effect. But that's really if I completely fudge the whole grease pencil thing, because it looks very difficult, especially when I think of how I want to do it. So we have a few assets here, pretty low poly, however, all the textures I painted by hand. So yeah, those are assets for a animation that I've done the storyboards for a few weeks ago. Scripting is interesting. Oh, that's completely out of my field. When it comes to anything writing script, I'm absolutely useless. I'm the artsy type, which is why I'm super happy that back in 3.0 the UI of Blender got a lot more usable, I would say. And with all the additions throughout the years of Blender, I'm actually quite happy that things are turning out the way they do. Hi, Lex! Nice to have you around. We're already having quite a chunk of outside stuff. Also, what I'm as well pretty happy about, the way Eevee evolved in lighting. Eevee used to be a meh kind of render engine, and the way it has improved over the years makes me really happy. Like, those shadows look a lot more closer to reality than they used to. I could technically boot up this exact same scene in an older Blender version and show you the difference, but I don't know if my PC actually can handle it. Is that Cappuccino UI theme? Could be. Though it's from Adventure Island, apparently. For some reason, the overlay plugin that I used to show the Spotify widget doesn't quite work at the moment. Maybe I need to reconnect it so it actually works. So yeah, I got these nice little assets, and oh, I mean Blender UI colors. Oh, could be. I actually haven't, let me check. In, I think it was Edit, Preferences. There's my themes. Nope, it's just cool. Because I was looking for something purple. I really like those purple themes. Though I can't make it stick with Krita, and that makes me a little bit sad. Oh yeah, true, Eevee has really changed. I'm very happy with Eevee now. Like, you can actually bake lighting and make it better. Yes! Yes! And that's so great! Oh boy. My throat is a little bit strained. I probably have to drink a lot more right there. Also gonna turn up the music a little bit. It's getting a bit quiet. Same, deep purple, deep blues are so good when done right. Yeah, and that's also why I really like purples, especially a bit more of a desaturated purple that's going slightly into the bluish direction as my brand color. Because first of all, it's one of my favorite colors to use. Not my favorite color, but my favorite color to use. My favorite color is more of a Bordeaux red. And I don't know, it gives the whole thing a little bit of a mystical feel. Considering my art, mystical fits pretty well. And you can play around with purple so well. Like you can go more into reds, you can go more into blues. All right, Earl. Was nice to have you around, even for a short time. I hope you sleep well. And this time, sleep for enough hours. I don't want to keep you up again. Every little minute you lurk around, I'm already happy. So don't feel guilty if you have to go early. You got a life just as I do. But I'll be happy to see you again soon, hopefully. All right, so yeah, new lighting in Eevee. Just look at this; it's beautiful. It's so pretty. It doesn't look like shit anymore. I mean, it's still quite noisy, but it looks so much better. It just looks so much better and makes me so happy. All right, where was I? I was actually considering also doing some shrubbery. Some shrubbery! Oh boy. Maybe I should ask the knights who say nee! I think I need some clips. Just to have some clips around that I can just throw into the stream. For fun. I already got one that I wanted to use for soundboard. But I can't get the soundboard plugin for OBS to work, sadly. We are the knights who say nee! Oh, they're so great. Overall, I think in English it's called Knights of the Holy Grail. I love your vibe. Help. I'm happy to read that. Thank you very much, Adam. Oh, hey, Monkey Skull. Someone just had a short stop to go. So yeah, I'm kind of I lost my trail of thought. I completely lost my trail of thought because I still wanted to do something. Oh yeah, right. Let's go for the unassigned. I also still have... No, I don't. Well, that's interesting. Monty Python, The Quest for the Holy Grail. Thank you very much, because in German we have a very different title. The title for the same movie with somewhat changed jokes, funnily enough, because they just don't work in German, is The Knights of the Coconut. Because of the horse noises they make with coconuts, or their servants. So they called it The Knights of the Coconut, which is just hilarious. And also kind of plays into the whimsy of the movie. So, maybe I do need to bake the textures before I can throw that shit into the... Yeah, might be a good idea to actually bake all of this before I actually... put all of this stuff into the asset browser. I mean, there is no before right here, but it's definitely... I definitely need to bake the textures, it seems. So it actually works like that, because if I just put that on here... Oh, wait! Actually, it works. Question is, does it also work on a second, on a different... Ooh. Also, I like that little reflection here. Or? No, that's not a reflection. That's a UV texture being scrambled. And now I actually see it. Alright, we wanna actually scale this down. And then move that over there. And then everything's already handled. There we go. So I do wanna... Let's first clear these assets. Because I might need to change some stuff. I first have to bake the textures, that's for sure. Because else this is not going to work at all. Or at least I'm going to bake the textures into the models just to make sure that it's actually imported when I try. Question is, how do I do it? Custom bake targets. Well, that's what you get for not really knowing what you're doing. Maybe here? Bake all channels. I think that should be the thing. So I want to crank down the resolution for my UV maps so they're not too heavy. A little bit of denoise maybe? And force bake all polygons. This is one I don't know anything about, so I better not touch it. Also think that should work. It's just gonna take a little bit before it actually works. Okay, I think that should be it. And I also... Oh, wait. Oh, wait! Now I see where this is going. I might as well bake everything with the same... in the same way. Might give me a few lags here and there, so don't worry, my PC is good. Everything is still somewhat set, so I do want to also bake this. And you seem to be a different one, so I might also want to bake that. Anything else that needs baking? There are a few faces that didn't quite get the UV. That's annoying. That's a little bit annoying, but I think if I... These items here are, luckily enough, just a simple material. Very simple material. Where's that fry basket? Where did it go? Now I have to look. Where's the rest of this? Oh, fry basket is its own little... its own little collection. No wonder I couldn't see it. But I think now it's a better timing to actually mark this stuff as an asset. And in 2 minutes, we have a short ad break. So we just mark everything as assets so I can reuse it as I need to. And I'm also considering when everything is done to provide this, yeah, them ads are paying me, even if it's just cents on the dollar, but every little bit helps. I'm very sorry, Firemain, but I have to live. Feldy's gotta work and hope for the best so things actually work out. I think I set everything as an asset, so well, that's interesting. Let's look at the round seeds. That one wasn't baked yet. Huh. I thought I used the same subs, gang. Yeah. Well, it's still 1.5 minutes, and I usually pause the stream, somewhat pause the stream when I catch an ad break, so it's not like you miss too much. Now if I bake that, technically this one should work better now. Clear assets, and let's mark that again. Now you can actually see the red from the painted texture because I baked the texture into it. A little bit annoying is that this is now downscaled so far that it's, well, kind of mushy. But I think I can live with that, especially because you can only see this from afar anyway. I might have a bit more of a problem with the smaller textures, but I think actually it could look great. I just need to see with the rest of the textures how that's turning out. Maybe I need to rebake the whole thing with a bit bigger of a resolution, but that's about it. So what I've painted yesterday, I will also model in a little bit because I really like to have some. Oh, I just figured I need to do something with the texture. Maybe. Now what the... I don't like the background, but that might be because... yeah. Because I was in rendered view. Whoopsie. Alright, we got ads. I'll take a quick break. And I really need to drink. My throat is not helping me out today. Nope, I've been singing again, so maybe that's the problem. Also got myself some strawberry water from the grocery store. Gonna drink that up before I go for my water supply. I hope my brain is catching up sooner or later, else I actually have to chug an energy drink. So I've been like that for the whole day. So depending on how that's going. I actually might switch to gaming later. Did I actually forget to post my linkies somewhere? Probably did. Might as well do that. Ba 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 ba. There we go. Maybe also post it. No, not here. Also not in the artsy servers, there's no self-promo allowed. At least not like that. It's kind of annoying. But well, I do what I gotta do, right? I think this one. Sure, why not? Alrighty, now. Also, break's almost done. That's really nice. Rückkehrunruhe. Holy moly, that's a word. It's good that I know enough German. Well, enough German. I'm a native speaker. Of course I know how to German. Alright, almost missed my cue for turning off the ad break. Whoopsie doopsie. So yeah, the song we're currently listening to is called Rückkehrunruhe. Like you would translate it as the excitement of coming back or coming back home. Rückkehrunruhe. Kinda like it. Honestly. So I wonder. I'll definitely have to set some new problem is I actually have to think how my thing moves here. I think tab should be no. No. I'll have to make hotkeys for Blender soon. Just to figure out how things are actually working. I actually don't even need to bake that because that's just flat colors here. The rest should be fine though. See how the round seat is actually not too bad. Like, you can somewhat see it's a little bit PS2 like now that I'm looking at it. Just kind of funky how the texture also is going down here, but you can barely see it. And the painted textures still work pretty nicely, I would say. So I'm absolutely not concerned with that. I still have to figure out how to actually get those assets into the normal catalog. Like, I have absolutely no clue how to put that into my... But I think there is a way to... What's it called? Ascent? No. Up append. I was close enough. Can I... I could probably just append the assets from the diner library into my scene. But I'm a total noob in Blender, so don't take my word for it. Okay. Stuff for... I made another cup of coffee. Nice. Coffee, coffee, coffee. I'm actually really considering getting that energy drink. My brain is not up to speed. I'm getting distracted way too easily despite my medication. Definitely need to scale that down. This guy is way too big. And as a... Okay. So I kind of want to take the diner table as a way to orient my sizing. And then I have to figure out how to make these sides all the normal metal texture and these two sides as a drawer, a dishwasher, an oven. That's the textures that I actually already made for it. So let's go for Yuku paint and add that. And then I do want to open the channels and the layers so I can actually open image and add this one. So this is going to be a little bit more complicated for the simple fact that we have technically two UVs or two textures and one UV. I have no idea if it actually works that way, but that's what we're going to find out, right? So something I definitely gonna need a lot is G for grab and S and R for rotate. So S, G, and R are the main things I use, especially here for UV editing. This is the wrong way around. I'm just seeing that. So what we want to do is a rotate 180. Ta-da! And technically, and that's just a wild idea, we could just take this, grab it down here, scale it down, and still have that. Oh! Oh! I think I forgot something. I forgot to do something for that top. Or no, I actually did something for the top, but I forgot to actually add it to the texture. Well, that's gonna be fun then. In the meantime, I'll just grab that over here, scale it down, so we at least have the machine itself going on. I think I can use this one as a little template for the rest. Pretty simple. maybe go a little bit in here. So I can just turn off that table. There we go. Just a little oven. So we basically just go one cube at a time. Maybe I can still add that one part that I forgot. Just a little bit annoying that I forgot to actually... Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. That sun is not strong enough for us. Strength. Maybe 10 should be fine. There, now we can actually see that bad boy. Question is, does it make sense? Well, I'll first call that one oven. You're not done yet anyway. And then we Control D. No, Shift D for duplication, right? Then we can just grab and go Y. Just to put it right next to it. And with this one, I can just grab the front side and move it over. Wait, like that. It's that easy. It is actually that easy. And I can do that a few times until I have everything covered. And then I'll just put the dark kind of grill thing on top, I guess. Might even be a good idea to make it a separate item so I can just put together the whole kitchen. Probably should have painted the fridge too. I can do that later. I can do that later. Alright, another Shift D. And then G along the Y-axis. So we can go with a big drawer. Another save, Shift D, G, Y. And then another for several drawers. I don't need it to look perfect. I just need it to look believable. A little bit of stretching for my back, because I think it's getting a little bit stiff thanks to the on and off rain out there. Especially my neck is a little bit strained right now. And the last thing I actually want to make, and that's, I'm probably also using the same technique, however I will probably make this one a lot taller and bigger, so I'll scale it up, pull it out, get it up. I think I still want to have the same thickness, and I think a little bit thinner, because then I can go for the UV editing. Put in an inset. Now that's a bit of a wild one because I'm just fobbing around here. Then I can take that, bring it over here, and I can still kind of adjust the textures around here. S-Y... G... I think I need to go a little bit closer in and manually put in the vertices. Everything else just doesn't quite work for me. Just look at this, ain't that great? Maybe want to put that just forth a little bit. And I feel like I should actually put a piece of glass in front. So what we're doing here is we are going back to layout, add a plane, S, what? No, not S. Rotate Y, Y, the 90 rotate Y, 90 degrees. Now the thing is, I don't know how well Eevee can deal with glass. So this is going to be a bit of a premiere for me. I'm gonna scale it down just enough. S-Y, make that one thinner. And then I'm probably going to make a custom material with a glass BDSF. Now the thing is, I don't know how well Eevee can handle glass at all. Apparently not really. However, I have that weird idea to give this an image texture. And we already used one image texture where I also had a... No, this is not the one. One of them... Oh wait, no, I need to actually load in a different texture because what I'm looking for is this one. And for this one, I do need a different color space. Non-color? No. Now the thing is, for this one, I actually have to fudge around a little bit. Channel packed? What happens if I go for sRGB and remultiplied? None? No. Yeah, this one's going to be a bit of a learning experience because I actually have no idea how to make glass. So this is going to be my very first time making glass. Normal Voronoi texture, maybe? Thing is, I can still not see through this. And I should probably be able to do that. Flat, no, repeat. Extend. Single image, yes. I just really want to figure out which color space I need to use to make things work the way I'd like it to. Because currently I can't see shit. Sometimes something's peeking through, but I have no clue if that's actually working. Maybe I need to give the whole thing a little bit of thickness to work. Just see. Just doesn't work, I guess. Oh, the Vournoi is really interesting, but I don't think I like that. How do I glass in here? And how do I glass in here in a way that actually works? I think... ray tracing? Can I even do ray tracing in here? Yeah, already thought as much. I'm not sure if that actually makes sense for me. Film, no. Performance, high quality normals? Nah. Color management might help. You transform filmic? Nah. Standard, Kronos PBR. I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. I have absolutely no idea, and I still just push through. Look, very high contrast. Now that's also interesting. I could go for low contrast. Just make it look nice. I go for medium to high contrast. Sequencer, I don't know what to use for this. What I definitely need is something to actually have this being transparent. And I'm actually inclined to just look if the cycles one... Nope, the cycles one is also not see-through. I still cannot make my own... Oh, wait. My own glass? I think this is looking much better. Image texture. And then we go for glass text, and this is apparently too overwhelming. So I think there's actually a way to make this see-through and still have the... Oh boy. Yeah, this is kind of rough. Because I kind of have to figure out how to... Oh wait, alpha. How can I fuck around with the alpha? So it has nothing to do with the render engine. Good to know. Or maybe it has a little bit to do with the render engine. Maybe if I go back into the gradient texture. Yeah, actually it has to do with the rendering engine, it seems. Because you can kind of see what's inside here when I use cycles, but Eevee just completely refuses. Sad. Ah, why? Why does it have to be like this? All right. Sorry, a tiny bit annoying. I guess it is what it is. I might as well still change the way the gradient... Oh, I need to actually add a color ramp. And if I go for the image texture, I might be able to fudge around a little bit. I need to try something out here, because I have an idea. So I'll go back to image texture, go back for the glass texture, and now I go into shading. And I'll quickly save in here. Because what I want to do right now is add a color ramp. No, that's not how that works. Add color ramp. How do I do that? Add color ramp. There we go. We'll put that bit in between. And now everything is either white or I'll make it 0 alpha. Now the question is, does that work? I think I need to turn that around. There we go. That looks much more like it. I think I want to have this a bit of a bluish. Interesting. Maybe I want to try do that in a little bit of a bluish tint. Make it a little bit brighter, a little less saturated. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Doesn't that look nice? Now, would that also work in Eevee? That's the big question. Nope! Sadly, it doesn't. Would have been kind of nice, because I'm not sure how well the grease pencil works in cycles. If it even works at all, that's the other thing. And I think kind of want to toy around with those. I think I'm good on that one. I mean, I can at least see the insides of this, so I've already accomplished my mission. Now I just have to pack all of it up and put it into the asset folder. And of course, I completely forgot to name all of this. Alright, so first of all, this one is not an oven, this is a dishwasher. You are board 1 and you are board 2. Probably also should name them alike. There. Then you two are gonna go into an extra collection. No. That I will call Fridge 1. No fancy name, just Fridge 1. So I can keep that around. Might as well also do a collection just for the cupboards or kitchen stuff. Kitchen stuff. Boom. So I can just put all the cupboards and the dishwasher and the oven right in there. Now I still have to do all them bakings. Good that they all use the same material, so I don't have to actually worry, I think. Yep, they all use the same material, so baking this is going to be a breeze. I could technically also do something really wild and add a little bit of geometry to this. However, looking at those lines that are not at all straight, it would just be a pain in the butt to do so. So I'd rather not. I'll just keep it flat as it is. I mean, it's going to look good one way or another, so let's bake you. Okay. Textures still look okay. At least okay enough for me. This one is also baked, so I don't even have to bother with that. Just noticed something. I have to unbake this. Because I still have to use some UV editing to fix up my mistakes over here. There we go. That looks much better. A whole lot better. Now I can bake. Bake all channels. Okay. Now that as well can just go into the asset library. I'll just throw the whole collection in there. I mean, I can still pick it apart and rearrange all of it in the scene. So just throwing that into the asset library should be fine. Now the thing is, these assets will not be visible yet in the scene. So what I gotta do is open the file, open recent, diner in. So this is going to be the inside of the diner. It's already a bit of a rough layout. Oh yes, some tea. Some tea would be good right now, especially for my voice. Thanks for making that drive bearable. You're welcome, Monkey Skull. I'm happy to have you listening to my weird monologue radio show, I guess. Yep, my throat's happy now because it got something to drink. So what I'm also kind of looking into is figuring out how to texture these. There is a brick texture that, as you might be seeing, I also painted by hand and did a little bit of adjusting. The texture is the wrong way around, I just noticed. It's upside down! How could that be? R180. No, not you. You. R180. Now we're the right way around. At least we should be. Now that I can speak, it's time to sow chaos. Oh no! Oh no! Do I need to worry, Monkey Skull, or what do I need to prepare for? Armageddon? Is that what it is? Also, these holes in here I made with something called a boolean, so I just use a different shape to kind of cut out of the geometry. Chaos for the dark gods! Oh no! Oh no! We're all gonna die! As long as you don't send Nurgle's people against me, I'm fine. I guess. Everyone but Nurgle, please. Preferably Singe. Love that madness and ever-changing theme. It's kind of cool. I just really enjoy that theme. Okay, so I think I'll quickly set up the material plane. Why do I do this to myself? Wood. Wood every time. Then we're quickly adding open image. Where the hell am I now? Oh. Wrong folder. This is already wrong. I mean, we summoned a starch demon last stream. Everything can only go up from here. Yes, the starch demon. Because we all need the starch in our life. I think want all of this to be marked, so I can also scale all of this down to just have a little bit of a board. There we go. So I think my plan for hotkeys is certainly going in and out, or zooming in and out with my joystick. Maybe do some tool switches onto the directional pad. It certainly sounds like a good idea, so that's my plan for that. Now, the outline of this I am not quite happy about, but it is the same as the outside. The exterior, so to speak. I can't wait to see your final anime. Oh, that's going... I was listening earlier. What's this about loud food? I can't wait to see the final animation. Yeah, sometimes when I eat something that has a very strong flavor, my brain is not going like, hey, this tastes strong. I just tend to think it tastes loud. And that's kind of where that idea comes from. And it's going, I'm taking it to the extreme, basically. So technically I could just add the walls that I need to add in anyway. So we might want to just do that. We should summon demons of chaos at my work. Why though? You know you'll be affected too, and I'm pretty sure you don't want that. Or do you? And also they can just make tell you you're at fault because you wanted to summon demons. Do you really want to have a demon at your workplace? It's just going to be more pain in the ass than everyone else you have to work with. Blood for the blood gods, skulls for the skull throne. And I think I do wanna turn this into metal? Nah. Maybe I'll go with that brick texture too, just for the vibe. Though there's one little problem with the whole thing. It's all stretched as hell. So what I need to do here is probably SY. And then scale it up just a little bit more. Now here's a problem. Stuff like that can be quite tedious. But once you figured out what the problem is, it's basically just quick fix. I'll basically just turn this into a square and then I'll scale it up. just to fix the mesh itself. Not the mesh, the UV. And then we'll just scale that up a little bit smaller. SY. The hardest thing about this is actually hitting the right size. SX. Now, for the top, I probably don't need to do this, because I will definitely add a... Oh boy, what happened here? Now that's a weird one. Scale it up, so it actually fits. That actually fits really nicely. Look at that. And technically I could also still add some kind of bump map to make this look nicer. That side you also probably won't see, so that's also fine. I just leave it be until it actually annoys me. So I need to add another plane. Then we SX, SY, GY. That's almost everything we have to do. GX. Just to adjust it a little bit. Now we're getting to the funny part, because I still haven't gotten behind how this tool works. You can kind of see it here, which is the spin tool. I feel very incompetent with this because I still don't know how this works. Maybe I should just use the y-axis, but it just... No. Why does it not work like that? So technically I need to go for the z-axis. But if I do, it just keeps on rotating in the wrong direction. And that's where I struggle with that. Gosh dang darn. It's just annoying. It's just really... I want to understand this tool. I really do. I just don't. And it's frustrating. Heads for Feldy, bits for Feldy, the true way to summon a demon. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Monkey Skull. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Oh, wait. Nope, that was not it. However, we have ads. Why does this not work? It's so annoying. I just want this to work like it should. I really need to save here before this all just blows up. My PC just doesn't like me doing stuff, but I still do it because I can. Yeah, I just do it because I am that type of person that just likes to do the stuff that my PC doesn't like enough. Yeah, making up lyrics just because. Maybe if I move that stuff around, it might help. Oh, close enough, close enough. Maybe if I shouldn't do this, but I wanna spare myself some time. Just me being a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit, impatient. Oh, this fits in perfectly. All right. Enough tinkering during the ad break. Ba 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Also, this is a huge kitchen now that I think about it. Like it looks like there could be 3 or 4 people in there. And I need something to separate this. That should be the least of my problems. Just gonna put in another boolean and it'll be fine. Oh, we're already done with that break. Great. I can just take all of this, E and a little bit down. Maybe I'll push that in just a teeny tiny bit in the hopes that it doesn't. There. Alright. We got the desk so far. Still need to add that boolean so I can just have the characters go in and out here. Oh, I still need to do the round kind of the corner bits. I'll probably put one corner bit right here, then add a wall there anyway. However, I still have to do the material for this, which should be pretty easy. I do just want to use wood. That should already do the trick. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba. So we gotta go back to diner text A. Mark everything here, mark everything here, scale it all down and move it over there. Can't get easier than that. Maybe a little bit of... Wait. Oh no, it actually works. Good. Might want to look at the... Even that spin part here is working nicely. Well, that's good. That's perfect. Ooh. Oh boy, let's go back to Eevee before my PC just gives up on me. Don't have that, can't have that. Now, we earlier did some asset shenanigans, and I think if I do file, and append, I actually might be able to go into loud sauce and get into the diner assets. Can I just choose all of it? Nah. I think all of this should already work. Maybe not, but that should work. Yeah, okay, so this is all in here. That's nice. A little bit big, and I don't need the parasol, I just noticed, so that one can just go. I also don't need that bench. However, I do need these. I'm going to move them over there. You belong right over there. Just a little mini fridge so you can get some drinks. I might RC 90. Why is that here? Local? Normal? View? Let's go for local. R90? No. You do not rotate the way I want you to. Why is that? Now, also got that really weird thought that... this does not quite fit. No, actually the size is somewhat working. Though the floor is still a little bit too small. Might need to actually size up the whole thing. Also means Shift C. No, this does not work the way I hoped. Okay, then let's scale up everything. Oh boy, I think I'll have to also scale this one up. S. And then push that over here. Now I have one more problem, and that's actually trying to figure out where those holes went. Because there's still this boolean. There is that collection. Where is... Full collection. Okay. Gonna make you guys visible here. Then I'll S with Shift Y. Yeah. And S with Shift Y. No. Shift X. That's the right one. SY. X. SX. Just scale it down enough so it's still making somewhat of a dent. SC. So I have, yeah, that's going much better. I still feel that my tables don't work the way I want them to. Like, this is a little bit too big. Now I'm worried that I can actually fit nothing in there. Might even go so far to add a bit of a bigger gap right there. Just out of principle. Still can't wrap my hand around why the fridge is bridging the way it is. Like, it's turning in a bit of a weird way. Alright, since those two still belong together anyway, I might as well rotate them the way I need them. Like that. Question is, where do I put it now? Don't have as much space as I'd like to. Maybe I'll just edit this floor. Shift C. Wait, global. S, Shift Z. Did I not press Shift S, Shift Z? There we go. Now we're talking.
Listen to all that toxic bullshit that all these other people tell you, because I'm always here.
There's a little bit of a glitch in here that I'm not a fan of, but well, if it works, it works. I'm not the one to complain. Now S, Shift Z. We just want to widen the whole thing. Now we are going for S, Y, because we also need it wider. Though I think I'll go without the Boolean there. Like, without the Boolean blocks. S, Y. This is going to be quite a bit of fudging around here. I think it works. help? Yeah. Burin is foggy. And I need you to be a lot bigger than you are right now. Because looks like this diner is going to be huge. Maybe I want to get that whole thing just out a little bit. Like this. So that you cannot see it too much, that there is a little bit of a texture glitch right there. Feeds an army of 80. Might be. Might very well be. Looking at how this is in size. Oh, it should. How many to a battalion? No idea. I have no clue about all the army stuff. I'm not a military girl. Got kind of lucky on that end. Though for us military, for us Germans, military is voluntarily, luckily enough. Especially for us females. We're quite in luck when it comes to that. Alright, now you can just go like this. I think I need to adjust here a little bit. Just a little bit to that direction. Battalion is a military unit typically composed of 300 to 1,000 soldiers. I didn't know it was a range. Huh? Well, ADHD is kicking in. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the Neurospicy Club. I feel ya. So, I think I'll put the entrance around here. So I could technically try to make a little bit of a camera flight into the diner, but I think that might be a little bit too much and could be a lot of work that I'm not sure if I want to actually do it. Because I would actually have to draw at least the characters that are in the story itself anyway. Also, I need to figure out how to unlink these. Wait a second. Wait a minute! Need to push you in just a little bit so that gap is actually much better. Much better! So this can go to the side. Right here. Maybe I'll just duplicate it. G, Y. Put another one right next to that whole thing. I'm still a little bit sad that the whole glass thing does not work with Eevee, and I have no idea why. But in Cycles it works. But I'm pretty sure that Cycles doesn't like... Cycles doesn't like grease pencil. A rolling shot like that does seem intense. Yeah, especially because I want to do the character animation in 2D. So it's making things a little bit more complicated than they need to be. I could try to make the I could try to maybe make 3D models for the characters as long as they are not directly in shot. But I have no idea how to animate in 3D. Like doing animations on 3D models. So I'm not even going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. Not yet. S Y X. There we go. Why does it look a little bit sloped? It's not too bad. But yeah, rolling shot would be kind of cool, but I can imagine that that would be a shit ton of work that I am not willing to do yet. Maybe with another project, but not this time. Also, I do want to add a boolean right there. I mean, I could also do it much easier by just going into modeling, make a loop cut here and a loop cut there. Maybe also slide that edge a little bit. No, that's the knife tool. There's my edge slide. Push that in a little bit. Push you in just a little bit. Then I go for this. They're pretty easy to reconnect, so I'm not too concerned with fudging that up. We want to delete the faces. Then we go into this selection and wanna, technically it's much easier. Connect that together. Connect that together with F. That's all we need. Ta-da! That's going to be a lot of kitchen there. Boy. And I'm gonna turn off my notifications for now. There we go. Ba ba ba. Make a me. Doo doo. You'll be happy. This me is holy. Oh, okay. Na na, see. What do you mean with, oh wait, of course I cannot move you. I'm in modeling mode. And I want to bump you up to there. Now moving around the camera is going to be difficult one way or another, and I'm going to run into it once I'm getting to the one action scene that that I have planned. Oh, you gotta go, Farmain. Okay, then I hope I see you next time, and good luck at work. Make that dough. CC. Shift D. Enter. Rotate Z 180. And technically, I can just take that whole setup and copy it over several times before I need to use it. Before I completely go mad with copying over all of that stuff. So that bench and the diner table, I might as well put them all into one collection. New collection. Where did it go there? Seats. Of course. So I just have to take that, put that in there, and then I should be able to just grab all of it? No. Of course not. Would have been too nice, right? Look at me. You'd feel happy. Now I'm not quite sure how I wanna put those. Let me see. Wait, wrong side. There we go. Let me see how to place those seats here. Because I kind of want to have a big row of seats right back here. And then have that wall with those little stupid little diner trinkets that are, or it's mostly bars that do that, I think. Maybe I also could have done a disc or something, like one of those long Schallplatten. English, wo bist du? My English does not compute right now. Duplicate. Yeah. Let's go, just duplicate. And then RC 180. Not quite. But yeah, I've seen restaurants like that try to look like diners, where you still have that wall here. So might as well just do this. And I could just duplicate everything over in rows. You could also add a big family table right at the front here, near the exit. That might be a good idea. D G Y. Put a few of these in here. G Y. Now, I have completely forgotten how to instance these, so I'm probably doing something wrong. There should be a way to instance these. I'm pretty sure there is. So let me quickly just duplicate linked. No, that's probably not it. How do I instance to scene? Does that help? Wait. Hold up. Why haven't I thought about that earlier? Is there... okay. I think I cannot put any modifiers on these. Oh, that's annoying. That kind of sucks. I can't put modifiers on these, so I assume that I cannot put modifiers on assets, on saved assets. Else I would have just gone with an array modifier. Why do things have to be so complicated? Acting like somebody else just makes me frustrated. Okay, no more irrelevant for me. There should be a way to actually do instanced. Control Shift D, maybe? No. Control D, also no. Shift D is the only thing that actually duplicates. There's a problem that I cannot instance that. That kinda annoys me. Okay, then I'll do it like that. Kinda sucks, but well, what am I gonna do? Then I'll just RC 180 and then go for R. Then GX. Push that over a bit. I think I want to pull that out a bit more. So that the corner seat still has enough room. Yeah, that looks like it works. It's not perfect, but I think it works well enough. And it could be far worse. So I can technically... might want to make those fridges a little bit bigger. Just a little bit, because they looked so small. Maybe even a bit more. Yeah, now they actually look like nice fridges where you can get your drinks out of. Okay, I'm gonna make you guys invisible so I can edit that. Do you have the characters that are going to be part of this created? Technically, yes. However, I'm going to keep it simple. I made one animation a while ago, which was a little bit about not having coffee and just the feel of it. And I think I'm going to have that set in the same universe. So every person is going to be a blue little guy, maybe with a little brighter tint, maybe with a little bit of a darker tint, and some accessories like hair, maybe clothing, depending on how I'm feeling that day. So I don't have to animate too much. I don't want to make super fancy character designs for that, because it's also a shit ton of work. Yeah, that size makes more sense to me. Now the question is, how do I unlink that? Can I even unlink that? Unlink? Nope, that was not it. Almost sounds like... Oh, hi Vlad! How are you doing? How was your day? Servus, Kreation, hello! Oh god, why did you do that to me right now? Why'd you have to do this to me? Maybe I'll add another fridge right back there. I mean, you don't have to see much. See? It's gonna make you taller. I'm gonna push you down to the ground so you actually have a footing. Same with you. Yeah, that's a really empty kitchen, but you don't have to see much anyway. Luckily enough, I don't have that much planned. Shift D, put you on Y, just add, Shift D, Y, Shift D, Y, and Shift D, Y. Nicely spaced, maybe not perfectly spaced, but nicely spaced, as it should be. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Slept like 4 hours last night, so kind of. Oh, Vlad, what kept you up? Oh, I know what kept you up. How did it go? Oh, right. I was there. I completely forgot. Ah. Yeah, because Vlad was finishing up Metaphory Fantasio, and he got way past his typical bedtime because that game just didn't stop. It just didn't stop. It just kept going and going and going, but we still wanted to finish it, for fuck's sakes. It was just kind of wild. So I think I do want to add the... Still have to do the lighting in here because that is just too dark. I cannot use this. And I still need to do the corner piece right here. But I think I can do that pretty easily. Technically just need to use the same textures I got here. And then I have to build up the corner piece. It's going to be a bit more work. But I think I can do it. Then maybe just add a table, a few tables along there. But what I first want to add is the wall that belongs right here. So we're gonna scale along Y, because we don't need that much of a wall. Then we scale without Y, which I do what I do by pressing Shift and then go for Y. Then I can still scale along the X-axis. Might need to push that in here just a little bit. Now I have to just get it right enough. Doesn't need to be perfectly flush, as long as it works. As Z. And I kind of want to have it about the same height as this. Doesn't quite make sense with the building itself, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. But I think it's gonna be good enough for what it's meant for. A little bit more water though. Nom nom. Alright, so... yeah, I think that should be fine. I might wanna wrap that face down here. No, the whole face, please. And just tuck that up. There we go. So now I can easily use the texture. Another thing I also need to... Wait. Quick Yucca Paint setup. Wall. Boop. Boop. Now the question is... do I actually have that around here somewhere? It might be in my scan files still. Yeah, that's it. Open image. Then we go for the UV editing. I just need that part here. No. UV editing, that I need to grab this one. Actually, it's even already in the right position. At least to a degree. Nope, that's the X-axis. There we go. Looks exactly the way I need it. And I can still decorate. Now the question is, does it clip over there? Teeny tiny bit, might want to get that, yeah, back here a little bit. There we go. This is gonna look great. That's gonna look really great. I also think you said something about another job interview today? Did I remember that correctly? Let's see how that looks with... Ooh, this could look really great if I get the lighting right. Now it doesn't need to look that gloomy. I actually want to have a bit more lighting in this. Maybe some neon lights at the ceiling would work pretty well. For that, I will need to figure out a way to light this with objects. Not for reality's sake, but for making it just look good. But it's getting along pretty nicely. That looks very nice. It still needs proper lighting though. I can't just keep it with that moody lighting. It just does not work. And technically there is still a roof on top of there. I might just want to convert this light here into a sun. It's gonna change the whole thing quite a lot, so maybe go for a strength of 20 and then see how that's going to look. Oh boy, this is going to be bright. Oh boy, this is going to be bright. Now see what it looks like in Eevee. Oh boy, the metallic isn't metallicing. That's why I don't like Eevee, because the metallic isn't metallicing and all the reflective stuff is not reflecting. How does a workbench look? Oh, okay. That's completely madcap. Melt the customers. Nah. But yeah, it already looks pretty nice already. Kind of want to have a whole glass facade right here. So that's something I have to work on. I might even copy the glass facade from outside. From the outside, kind of. Actually, not a bad idea. What's on the menu? You are! And then you cook them. Nah, we're not going. We're not going there. Just shine from above for max coverage. Now there's still going to be a roof on top and some lighting, so the lighting is somewhat realistic. That's just so I have a sun to work with. Now the question is, what kind of... Where do I want the sun to come from? I think that might be already a good start. You go from here. That could be a midday sun. Now let me add a improvised roof, I would say. by just adding a cube as, make it not too thick, as Shift Z. I'm just gonna put that on top. Until something starts to clip. S Shift C. It's not perfect, but it's close. Wait a second. I had a stupid right now. I'll just take that. Go Shift D. C. Go like this. And give it a different color. Oh, wait, no. I actually have to duplicate that. So let's unlink that. And now I'm going to use a different texture. I think. Okay, let's turn that a lot darker. I just need it for demonstrative / lighting purposes. Oh! We're in the middle of ads. Okay, let's have a little bit of a break then. Yeah, that's a lot different now. My neck might not do it too long. Restaurant sandwich like my diner over easy, please. Oh god, my throat sore as fuck. I didn't even do anything. Might want to get in a little bit of natural light here. Oh, the bouncies. Oh, the bouncies. I wish you could see. I'll show you when the ads are over. Alright, ads are over. Let me show you how it looks like with no lighting and just a roof. Well, almost no lighting. Kind of adjusted the sun so there is at least a little bit of sunlight coming in, which is probably going to be a little bit diffused by the glass I'm planning to put in. This is going to be kind of fun. Not quite sure if it's going to be as fun as I would love it to be. However, what I need to do here is actually get into, let's do it like this. And then I will just connect, just select those seams here. There. Control copy, and I think I can just paste them as its own object. Looks about right. Okay, let's go GC and look. Oh, okay, I'll have to readjust. This is going to be a bit more complicated than I would have hoped for, but I think I can at least manage. Gonna just put that one is this here. That one's the roof, so I'm gonna just go for roof. The roof. Oh no. Oh no. Poor soul. Poor soul. Be gone, butts! I'm so sorry, Mr. Roboto, but you do not give me anything. Apart from a headache. So that's the original floor. That's the floor that we are trying to... Looks interesting. Can you please explain what this is? This is the scenery for an animation that I'm trying to do with 2D materials. So most of the materials that you see here are hand painted. And for this, I am basically making a diner where I already have a whole storyboard kind of planned out. Probably have to refine the animation or the shots for that, but that's a thing that comes probably far in the future. I hope I can do it well enough. So this is the inside of the diner. I have zero lighting in here yet, but that's going to change as soon as I got some lights up here. I also did the outside of the diner to a degree. I might as well show you. Diner out. So this is going to be the diner from the outside. I'm going to add a bit of a cityscape, probably hand painted in the back, so that you have maybe a little bit of a camera going up to show that. Now the thing is, this roof is actually on an angle, so might want to actually take that into account in the diner in scene. Just have one problem. I most of the time don't even... I want to learn this. What should I search on YouTube? Now that's the weird thing about it. A lot of it is on my side, a lot of it is just experimenting. I really like to experiment with programs to see what I can do with them. So the whole painting textures by hand and putting them on objects is kind of a me thing. I have yet to see someone who made tutorials on this. But what I did is build myself these little items. Let's go for let's just go for this guy here, that little seed. And I think, yeah, here you can kind of see where the textures are sorted into. Can we call this computer? Basically, yeah. I mean, the textures are hand painted and scanned in to give them this little special something I like to do. Also did a few things with ink that turned out pretty nicely, but not on this one. Doomslayer, hello. I'm kind of explaining what I'm doing here. Setting a scene for my little animation. 2D and 3D space. This is going to be really exciting because I want to do something with grease pencil, which I'm not really good at, but apparently you can move that stuff in 3D, so I want to try that out. It's really hard to actually I've subject graphic design in my 3rd semester, but I never attended class. I tell you what, because I actually went to a school exclusively for graphics design. And I tell you that much, it's a waste of money. The only thing you actually get is that piece of paper that tells you you did the school. However, if you are someone who is, when it comes to learning, driven by interest, then a school is not going to help you much. You have to log on into projects and figure out a way what could be interesting enough to learn from it. Here, for instance, I'm trying to learn how to do 3D stuff. Like how to set a scene, how to do the lighting, how to do the grease pencil, which is going to happen if I can make it work. Unless I'm going a very different route, but that's far in the future. I first have to actually set all the scenes. So that's the stuff that I'm going to learn here. I already learned how to use textures, thanks to a little side project, or a bit of a bigger side project, a little game that I was making with one of my friends. To my current PC specs, you're going to laugh. Trust me, Doomslayer, you're going to laugh at me with my PC specs because they're not that great. Do you earn money from this, or are you in learning stage? Yes and no. I would consider myself a professional artist. This, though, is more of a private project. Just to see how far I can go. And if it may be something that I want to earn money with. Currently, I'm more on the side of doing commissions. I'm also still kind of learning how to make VTuber avatars with the help of Inochi 2D, which is a free and open source program for that. So I'm trying all sorts of stuff to figure out or to have new lines of income that I can get together. Also stems from me really liking to just try out everything and see what sticks. Can't even tell if I'm good at it, but I think I'm getting the grip. I'm getting the grip of it. No, this one. The funky thing is, I really like to learn stuff anyway, so this is just going to be my natural state of being. Might need to actually do a little bit of tweaking here. I mean, I just need to push up that wall. And since this is just going to be the inside, I'm not going to go full length to make this perfect. Ah! The hell happened here? What did I do? Okay, now I have to go into UV editing. Something is not going right. Something is absolutely not going the way it should be. And I think I have an idea what it is. Let's just grab this one and see if that already... Yeah, that fixed it. That fixed... That is fixing it. Tongue, please cooperate. We don't need to care about the back. The back is completely uninteresting. This front is important. Wait, why does this not work? Ah! Why is this not working? Probably because of the booleans. Yep, definitely because of the booleans. That stuff is messing up my textures. Why? Why do you have to be like that? Why does it need to be this way? Why can't I have something easy? My specs. Okay, as I said, you're going to laugh. You're definitely going to laugh. First of all, I'm using Linux. I'm one of those weird ones. And about the system. Yeah, I'm rocking PikaOS because why the hell not? And I think this is going to be the one that's going to make you laugh because I have a GeForce GTX 1660, like what a really old thing. So yeah, it's not perfect. It's not a great system, but it works for what I'm doing. And I think that's important, that I can at least do the stuff that I want to do. Okay, maybe I should just apply the boolean and see what happens. UV editing. I have that odd feeling that there's something not quite right. How many gigabyte does the GPU? Now I have to look it up again. Give me a minute. Probably not too much. At max, I think 8 gig. Reject optional. But you have to make me look that up. Oh well. Where are the specs for that thing? Six gigabyte. That's it. 6 gigabyte. It's really not that much. Okay, what's causing that? That little... Wait. Ooh. Maybe this one here. G... It's kind of fixing this problem, but it doesn't quite work. Maybe if I GX? Oh no, that's making it worse. I was actually hoping for it to make it better. GX. So do you do any bigger projects with it? Not really. But do you do yeah. To be fair, I have yet to find the real boundary to what I can do with this. Blender has already crashed a few times, but I'm not sure if that's at fault, that my graphics card could be at fault. It wouldn't be impossible though. There, I straightened it out. There we go. That looks so much better now. It's just a little... Oh boy, this is could get dark. And I don't even care about that corner because you can't see it in the animation anyway. So yeah, I'm trying everything out, figuring out what I can do with it. Hope that I can maybe do a bigger universe with this. Like have the character that I'm animating, that I already did a little bit of 2D animation, one animated short for it. Maybe do a little bit more. Would be kind of nice. Would be really cool if I could. But for that, this first has to work. It's kind of... I would say this could be some kind of a pilot. Maybe not for something absolutely epic, but something that's fun for me to do and to make. Maybe for some people fun to watch. I just want to make cool stuff for people. That's all I want to do. How I do it is up to me. I think I'll have to Oh god, now this is going to be an absolute disaster. Wait, I think I can. Just do this. And this. Just select everything I can. Apart from the sides, at least not all of them. Like I want that side to be gone. I want these sides to be gone. And I also... maybe I still need that one. Let's delete just the faces. Want to turn off that normal floor so I can actually see what I've... yeah. Okay, that's exactly what I need. I asked because I wanted to try Blender, but my current PC can't handle Blender, and though... but I thought to get a 3060 of VRAM, and some people say 3060 isn't good. So if you use that older, this one won't be bad. Yeah, I think a 3060 you'll be fine with that one. It just depends on how big you want to make your projects. Like the stuff I'm doing, I try to go as low poly as I can, and just try to make it up with good textures. Like good textures can turn a low poly clump like a model from an N64 game turn into something like this. And that pretty easily. You just have to fiddle around with the textures well enough to make this work. But once you found that out, just have to be very efficient with your textures. And low poly is... Some people have their struggles with low poly modeling, but actually I find this to be the simplest way to build something. And I honestly don't even understand why people are so afraid of it. So I'm going to add or turn this into glass. I want to rotate that along the x-axis so it actually fits to our... Where's my roof? There's my roof. Our X. That would make like decent projects, nothing crazy. Yeah, if you stick to small projects, you'll be fine. I'm actually thinking myself about maybe upgrading my rig, especially my graphics card. Well, as you saw, it's just a 1660. Not everyone's gonna use original textures like you do. Yeah, but to be honest, it's fun for me. And if you can pull it off, why not do it? Or at least give it a try to make cool textures. Okay, I need to go back to this mode. So I want to remove this, make a new setup. Does ambient occlusion even make sense here? Wait, before I do that, I wanna... First of all, change the name of this into glass facade. And then I wanna doubly do it and call that glass frame. And then I'll throw a wireframe modifier onto this. Just for having that. It's a great melt of 3D in your work. I'm kind of trying. I hope it actually works out for me well enough, because it's really fun to have these little 3D models ready to go in case I just want to use the same location, just in case. Not sure about the diner. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But we'll see. And maybe I'm going to sort it because before I use it the second time. Ooh. I mean, I could technically also use this for a gas station or something. At least the building inside I could use for that. Maybe change the textures up a little bit so it doesn't look completely the same, but I can recycle a lot out of this. So this one's going to get a metal-ish finish. It's the UV I'm working with here. This one? I mean, you can't see it right there. Maybe if I go for object mode? Kind of hard to see what I'm doing here, but when I go back to layout, it kind of works. It ain't perfect, but it's working well enough. Now I need an extra material for this one, so I'm just gonna throw that in there. Glass facade, type diffuse emission. What's a diffuse shader? Should I try it out? Does it even make sense? I mean, ambient occlusion doesn't make sense here anyway. No roughness, metallic, and you go all the way up, my friends. Now let's see it in rendered. Of course you can't see that. And this is cycles. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? What did I do right on the other one? That's the better question. Quickly going for some... Oh, but at least you have a little bit of reflection right there, which is already kind of nice. Oh boy, it's dark in there. It's so damn dark. Ah! I think I wanna add another collection just for sorting sakes. Call that objects. So I can just throw everything in there that is not part of the building itself. You go in there. You guys go in there. Wait, that wasn't quite it. You guys go in there. You go also in here. Kitchen stuff goes in here. You guys also go in here. There we go. Now we can just put that together. Now I wonder how this is going to work. I mean, I already got something like glass material here, but I am already kind of inclined of just using one from there at this point. But first I at least want to try. I at least want to try to figure out a way to get this glass material from those fridges, because they're basically the same material that I'm trying to use, onto this open image and layer. Okay, UV editing. Now this is going to be a little bit difficult. Because first I have to pick everything apart, which is going to be a pain in the butt. Also, I still need to push that in a little bit. Just so it actually vanishes. I mean, I don't need to care much about this because it's supposed to be the interior. Glass BDSF? Roughness, nope. Iron. How does this thing work actually? Let's see if that already does the... almost does the trick. The lower the IR, the more you can see through. That's interesting. So if I'm now using... Let me think here. Because now we can actually see through. It's still quite dark. Kind of want to change that. Maybe turn down the alpha will help. Go a bit further into white. Technically it works. Now I just need to add some, because now when I look inside the building, you can kind of see that the glass itself is somewhat blocking the sunlight. Turn off the glass facade. It's also diffusing the whole thing. So that's a nice way to get that going. Also, why is my GPU not involved with the rendering process? What the hell is going on? How about now? But yeah, now that thing kind of works. Just need to add lighting to the ceiling. Else this is not going to look good. Else it just stays dark like that. Thanos snap customers. Final meal time. Holy! Speaking of customers, I gotta check something. Oh! Also good to know that I'm getting messages and well, okay, I don't need any notifications. At least not at the moment. It's not the diffusion, it's more the rendering, because it takes a little bit of time to actually load up the rendered view. And it also takes a lot of GPU power? Come on, boy. You can do that. And it starts getting better and better. And since the glass is somewhat diffusing the light, it still has a bit of an ambient light inside. But I still want to add some... I'm not sure if I go for neon, like those little neon thingies you put up, or if I'm going for different lighting. Maybe a neon lighting in the kitchen, and in the front I could go with some lamps in shades. For that, I could easily just add a few spotlights above and maybe diffuse that light as well. Like long fluorescents. They're probably ideal for the kitchen, but not so great for the guest room. Yeah, I'm already really liking where this is going. Now we just need a few lights. So we're going for a spotlight. And I could technically just model my whole thing around it. I also might add another collection for just getting hanging lamp lights. That's what CD diners usually have. Well, might as well go for it. If you're already saying that like this. Collection 3. Is it N or environment? I think it's environment. Yeah, that looks almost right. Yeah, that looks right. Because it's nice to have some sorted stuff. Now I actually know what's what. Wait. What's that light? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Okay, I'm completely broken. Brain just went full Cotton Eye Joe right now. Great! My childhood is catching up on me, it seems. Okay, so not sure how deep I want to put those lamps, but I don't want to go too low. Let's see how that looks. Oh, you're weak. You're a weak boy. Crank that up to 150 and see what happens. We need more power. What is this? How is this a spotlight? What is this disappointment? More power! Maybe some... Oh, that's wild how that's reacting. Like the tops here, they're not lighting up. That's just works fine in EV. Kinda weird. Technically, that's actually the way I want it to look like. I'm just annoyed that the glass here in the fridge is just... And this glass here as well. It just doesn't... Wait, there's something shining through. There's still something coming through. I turned that one off. How dark does it get? Not really. Huh. Maybe it's not that great. How about a point light? Wanna go for a bit of a warmer light? I mean, it looks nice, but the glass is not glassing. And that's what annoys me so much. But in Cycles, in this other rendering engine, the lighting doesn't light. It's so weird and so annoying because I really want this to work. The glass is not glassing. It glasses on the outside, it doesn't glass on the inside. So maybe I do need to do something about that. Maybe go E. Just for shits and giggles to see if it works. Is the glass glassing now? No, it isn't. Why is the glass not glassing? What am I doing wrong? I think I got an idea. I have to figure out... I have to learn the whole light baking thing. I think that is my problem. I have to learn the whole baking light thing. That's... this is going to be a lot of fun. But it's already going in the good direction. Like, I already like how this looks. Maybe put it up a little bit more. Shift D. I want these guys to actually go towards me. No. That's the y-axis, I think. So they're actually coming towards me. Yeah, that's the y-axis. Oh boy. You better start glassing glass if that's your real name. I mean, it's kind of getting there. The lighting is just not working the way I want it to yet. It's a little bit annoying. Oh, it looks nice in Eevee. I just need to figure out how to make it look just as well in Cycles. And I think I really need to bake that light. And that's what I have to learn. But I won't do that on stream. Definitely not going to do that on stream. However, this has gotten into a really good direction. And I definitely want to finish this. So I'm going to save this. I'm gonna stop the stream earlier today. Also because you guys are getting ads in 50 seconds and I'm not going to do that to you. I'm gonna snooze those ads and then look for someone to raid. So this is what we got so far. And I think what we got is already pretty nice. Let's see who we can raid. Maybe someone I follow. Let's see, who is streaming? Who can we raid? You know what? I'll throw you towards Kshipa. She's currently streaming Elden Ring. And to be fair, she's quite fun. I think she's quite fun, so I'm pretty sure you'll have fun as well. Until then, I hope you're having fun with whatever you do. And I'll see you next stream. Bye bye.